how much do teachers deserve to be paid, and how much do they actually...
How much do you think they do?
Well, I think that that should be left up to the market, and unfortunately, at the moment, the state is deciding what teachers are worth, rather than allowing employers to compete in order to actually decide what you think teachers' pay should be.
Do you agree with that, Andrew?
Well, there is a market, and teachers are voting with their feet, unfortunately, and they're not applying to become teachers, and they're leaving the profession in record numbers, which is why last year the government only hit 59% of its teacher recruitment target. We were talking about AI just now. Their target on computing teachers, they only met 35% of it. I've got a friend who's got a child in secondary school just doing their GCSE options. He's been told he can't do computing because the school doesn't have the teachers, the qualified teachers, to offer that subject. Now, that's ridiculous. We're, fifth, sixth biggest country in the, economically in the world, and, this is the cutting edge of technology, and children can't do computing at GCSE in some schools because they haven't got the teachers. So it's a complete failure. We clearly need to raise wages. There's a recruitment crisis, same as there is with nurses. This is just blatantly obvious. If you want more people in classrooms, you've got 500,000 children being taught in class sizes of over 30 because of the lack of teachers, another 500,000 being taught by unqualified teachers with, teaching assistants filling the gap where teachers should be. That's a real problem. And unless you want, as Darren said, if you want a productive economy in the future, you need to invest in children now in schools.
I totally agree, but I think that in order for us to attract the best and the brightest in this country, I mean, why do a lot of these incredibly educated people go and work in the private sector rather than go into teaching?
Because they can get paid more.
Because they can be paid more,
exactly. And their pay's been driven down over the last 13 years.
Absolutely, which is why if we allow competition, allow us to marketise the education system, actually, not only will that allow more choice for parents and for families, and for teachers, but actually what that will allow is teachers to be paid even more.
Just in areas where you have got a very free market, not many unions involved in that, is pay higher or lower, do you think? I mean, if you take, say, the social care sector, for instance, which is not very well unionised, you've got pay rates of, £10, £11 an hour. That's, free market. Not very
Absolutely, you didn't say it shouldn't be unionised at all. Yeah. I mean, just looking at, for example, Sweden, which has no minimum wage but has huge amounts of union power, and unions are able to freely negotiate with employers because government stays out of it.
We need stronger trade union rights. Excellent.
Right, what do you mean by rights, though?
Well, the right to collectively bargain with employers and across industries, sectoral...
I absolutely believe in the right to withdraw one's labour, but I equally believe that freedom goes both ways, and employers have the right to negotiate that and also terminate the employment of those that are striking if they see...
Well, I mean, let's see what... I mean, given there's a teacher recruitment crisis, I'm not sure sacking loads of teachers is going to help with the teacher recruitment crisis. Maybe we could do that with the nurses as well and have even bigger backlogs in the NHS, 7.2 million. Maybe we could get that up to 10.
Right.
I mean, nice round figure.
You were smiling during that discussion there, Darren. Why?
Well, I suppose it was fun in many ways, but the reality of it is that our schools are not a market, nor is our health service. They are public services. And what that means is that the government has a responsibility to create the conditions for strong economic growth, to bring in taxes, to pay for the public services that meet the needs of the country. Right.